Alright, y'all, ranking in-flight emergencies by how scared that I would be. I figured I'll start up a little new series on YouTube. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm going to try to make it as funny as possible. But let's go ahead and get started. I gotta pull up the quick time. Hold on. Whoa. You guys gotta be able to see my screen. Hold on. Alrighty, ranking in-flight emergencies by how scared I would be. We got, let's see here, first one. We're gonna go with let's see here. Pedostatic system failure. It really depends. I guess if you lose pedostatic, I guess you don't have airspeed. So I guess I would definitely be sweating for that one. This could also get interesting. We're gonna go with I'm definitely sweating because I would like to know my airspeed. Yeah, I just like to know. Let's see here. Bird strike through the windshield. Okay, yeah, no, that is definitely Mayday territory right there. Bird strike through the windshield. Probably not gonna be a fun day. I do still have Sprite from my stream last night. If you guys, well, I don't know when you guys are saying this. If you guys want to watch my live streams, they're gonna be on YouTube Wednesdays and Fridays. So subscribe, hit the bell. Bird strike through windshields, yeah, not fun. I've actually seen videos of it on YouTube where people just bow right into a bird and they're like, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Yeah, I feel like I would be a little scared. Wait, this is how scared I would be. I guess I'd be a little scared. I mean, I'd probably have glass everywhere, trying to be getting on the ground as soon as possible. So yeah, definitely Mayday territory. On to the next one, thunderstorm encounter. I mean, it's not really an emergency. I guess it depends on the thunderstorm. We'll put it in this could get interesting because thunderstorms could definitely get interesting because they could either be like a very big microbursty type of thunderstorm. Well, I guess that would be Mayday territory. It could get interesting depending on the thunderstorm. Let me see if I can. Is this still any good? Ah, it's flat. Ew. All right, next up on the list, we got landing gear failure. Oh, I only fly fixed gear airplanes, so I don't know why I said fixed weird. That's blah blah blah. Landing gear failure. I guess that's pretty scary. I mean, my flight instructor gone through it. I'm not gonna name who my flight instructor is, but there's definitely a gear failure right there. I mean, I guess I would be sweating as well. I mean, I feel like I'd be a little scared, but not too scared. I'd definitely have to divert. Also, I'm going by general aviation, not airline flights, by the way, because I'm not an airline pilot. I'm a general aviation pilot, just so you guys know. So this is what the list is going based off of. I should have said that at the beginning of the video, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Next up on the list, electrical fire or smoke in the cockpit. Okay, well, I guess it depends on the phase of. No, I would definitely be scared. That definitely Mayday territory. Not tell my family I love them. Well, no, that one could actually be deadly. I'd probably be freaking out. Tell my family I love them. We got the first one on the list. Electrical fire. Because majority of the airplanes that I fly in do not have fire extinguishers, which is a little scary to think about, but a lot of them do not have fire extinguishers, even though they should be on board just in case something like that happens. So I guess it depends if there's a fire extinguisher or not. I'm going to go with no fire extinguisher on board, so tell my family I love them for that. Next up on the list, passenger becoming seriously ill. Okay, yeah, I don't think I would be too scared. This definitely could get interesting. I mean, I would just have to find a place to land as soon as humanly possible, but I don't think that one's really. I mean, it could get interesting. I mean, I keep barf bags in my flight bag because I'm smart like that, just in case if I get sick or if anyone else gets sick. I really should have had it where if I got sick, how scared I'd be, or if I'm like solo or with people. I'm going to assume that this list is with people, like 2 people on board, not just me in the plane, because I usually don't do much solo flights anyways. I don't know, they're kind of just born and do solo flights, like just flying by yourself. I don't know if you guys are pilots and you guys fly by yourself, but sometimes it can get a little boring. You want to have conversation. It's probably not last night, but when I did my comeback stream, I was literally asking ATC why or what their favorite cookie is when I was on talking to Tampa Approach on Batson. Anywho, let me get a sip of water. I don't know where to put it. I need to clean my desk. It is a mess. Next up on the list, engine failure. Oh, I would probably freak out a little. Mayday territory. I guess it depends. Oh wait, no, that's engine fire. Engine fire. In flight, yeah, that would be scary. Definitely Mayday territory. But I guess you'd still be able to land the airplane and glide it. You just cut the mixture and cut the fuel and just kind of like do an emergency descent so the air puts out the fire. But also, I don't know if that's a good idea because they can also promote the fire too. I don't know. That's how we were trained in flight school, like especially with wing fires too, where you kind of do like an emergency descent. Like with wing fires, do I have a plane over here? I do. Like if this wing is on fire, you want this wing to be the outboard wing because it goes faster. So you try to put out the fire. If you guys know what I mean, like if this wing right here, this one, not this one, this one would be the inboard wing, and then you just swivel around that. I don't know. That's just how we were trained in flight school. Next up on the list, rapidly deteriorating weather. I guess it's no big deal. I wouldn't really be scared because I have iPad with me, so I know where I would need to go anyways. Like I could dodge around the radar or something like that. And usually I'm going to be on an IFR flight plan, so I'll just be talking to ATC, and they can vector me around because they probably have better radar anyway than I do because I just have ADS-B. It would have been better if we had Starlink in the plane, but no, I guess Elon Musk just wanted to screw us up as broke GA pilots and have to put a limit on the roam plans. But if you guys want Starlink GA, it's $250 a month. So if you guys can afford it, let me know. I'd like to be able to afford it, but I do not have $250 a month to spend on Starlink internet in the plane. I can't even afford my damn flights right now. Damn. Fuel exhaustion or fuel starvation. Okay, yeah, no, this is Mayday territory. I would be freaking. I mean, I guess it's no Mayday territory. If I lost fuel, it's gonna cut my engine and then vapor lock it. Actually, my favorite airplane at my flight school crashed because of fuel starvation, or actually it's fuel exhaustion. And there's been a few instances where like I've gotten warnings in the plane, like flying the Diamond. I think it was 5 Delta Sierra that I've gotten warnings in. It's just a bad sensor in the fuel tank where it'll say you're low on fuel, and I was sweating that day too because I was so low and they didn't have fuel at my airport, so I had to stop at another airport to fuel up anyways, and the dude had a check ride the next day. Scary times, but we live and we learn. So, all right, next up on the list, engine failure immediately after takeoff. Yep, tell my family I love them because I'm definitely going into the water on any runway that I take off of out of my airport. I don't know if you guys fly out of Tampa or not, or I don't know like where you guys live, but I fly out of an airport where literally every runway 7, 1, 8, 3, 6, all go into water if you have to land or if you overrun. Runway 25 is different. Runway 25, it's 30 degrees left or right, but you literally have a hospital right in front of you on runway 25. So if you lose your engine after takeoff, you're literally trying to impossible turn it back to the runway, or you're impossible turning it left into the water. So either way, you're going into the water no matter what. There's not really like any good place to put the plane down without getting wet. Let's just say that. The plane's just going to be fucked if you lose an engine after takeoff at my airport. Now, if I'm flying out of Arcadia, that's different. There's going to be a little field. Might strike a house or two. Like with golf, you just boom, hit a house. casually, which still wouldn't be fun. But tell my family I love them because I would be, my pants would be brown after that flight. Let me tell you that. Next up on the list, engine failure during cruise. Yeah, Mayday territory. So I spelled territory wrong. There we go. Mayday territory. Engine failure during cruise would definitely be Mayday territory because I usually cruise around 7,000 feet. The Diamond will drop about like 750 to 1,000 feet per minute. So I really only have like 5 to 7 minutes during cruise to figure out a place where to put the plane down. And Tampa, not really any good places. I mean, there's not really much. It's very densely populated, so it's probably going to be a road, or if you can make it, if you're like over the coast, just try to put it in the water. Everywhere in Tampa is just water. Like, you just have to put it in the water, or you'll just accidentally strike someone, and then that's not good because you want to try to stay safe if you have an emergency. But yeah, so there's not really any good spots. Next up on the list, flat tire during the takeoff roll. I guess this is not really a big deal, but it could get interesting because once you lift off, you can lose the tire, and then that could get a little interesting. I don't think I'd be that scared. I'd just be like, oh crap. It just would not be fun. All right, next up on the list, vacuum system failure in IMC. So I don't know if you guys know, if you guys are not pilots, but the vacuum system is basically the one that affects your attitude indicator, your heading indicator, and vacuum system is heading indicator and attitude indicator. Those are going to be the two most important ones flying a six-pack in IMC that you're going to have. Now, if you have a glass cockpit, you're going to have an attitude heading reference system, so you'll just have like a computer doing up and down, left and right, and your heading with a magnetometer, all that fun stuff. But I'm going to assume six-pack instruments with this. Vacuum system failure in IMC. Yeah, tell my family I love them because, that you would declare an emergency so fast during that and just try to find a block of altitude. Even when you do partial panel as an instrument-rated pilot, all you lose is your your attitude indicator. So you still have your heading indicator, airspeed, and altimeter. So your altimeter and your VSI become your attitude indicator for up and down, and your heading indicator and your turn coordinator become your attitude indicator for left and right. I know that sounds very confusing. When you guys learn how to do partial panel, it will make sense. I promise you it will make sense. Maybe I'll explain it in a YouTube video if you guys want me to. Comment that down below. But I would shit myself literally if I had a vacuum system failure in IMC. That's why I like flying glass, because you never know with the vacuum system. You always want to check that suction gauge before takeoff. And you're flying a flight school plane, well, good luck to you, because I know they do not spend a ton of money on maintenance like how a private aircraft owner would do. So tell my family I love them. Next up on the list, severe unexpected icing. This one's just not good. This one's just not fun. I mean, I'm gonna put this in Mayday territory, or maybe I'm definitely sweating. Well, I guess if it's severe icing, I don't know. Tell my family I love them. I don't want my wings iced over. I would be so screwed so fast if my wings got iced over. I think my camera's a little too high. Sorry, I just kind of noticed that. There we go. Yeah, look at my shirt. Dr. Pepper. Surprisingly, I don't have any Dr. Pepper at the house. I need to go to the grocery store and get some Dr. Pepper. Next up on the list, radio failure at a towered airport. I don't know. I'd be sweating a little. Or I guess this could get interesting as well. Radio failures, surprisingly enough, are pretty common depending on the plane that you fly in. I don't know if you guys watch my time building videos, but if you guys remember my friend Hunter, he actually had a radio failure as well. At least this was at an untowered airport, but still a little interesting. Plus, some dude just, I don't know. I can't remember the full story. I like water. Water tastes so good for some reason. I just woke up from a nap too, so I'm like full of energy. It's not even my filming day. I'm just filming this for fun. All right, next up on the list, alternator failure in daytime VMC. This one could definitely get interesting. When you have an alternator failure, you're basically gonna only have like 20 to 30 minutes before you lose all your electrical. Now, if you guys are not pilots, your engine's not going to die when you lose electrical as well in the plane. It's not like a car. In an airplane, we have something called magnetos that spin while the engine is running. So that's why we actually have to cut the fuel. We just don't turn off the spark. We cut the fuel first, and then it just runs out of the fuel lines. So, yeah. I mean, I guess I'd lose comms and GPS, and, well, I guess we could put that in, tell my family I love them too if this is an IMC, because I fly glass, and I would lose my instruments. All of my instruments. But that's why we have standbys as well. Actually, no. Realizing that now that I just said that, we do have standby instruments in the diamonds, so I don't think I'd be too screwed in IMC. I mean, maybe a little, but yeah. Oh, also your transponder fails too if you lose your alternator. So, ATC, good luck. All right, next up on the list, door opening after takeoff. Yeah, I'm definitely sweating. This is not Mayday territory, especially if I'm with someone, or I guess if I am with someone, this could be Mayday territory. But door opening after takeoff, I'm definitely going to be sweating. This happened to me before, actually. If you guys haven't heard the story, basically my ex-girlfriend knew that the plane was not shut all the way. The plane that we were flying, it was very hard to shut the door, and she didn't say anything to any of us because she didn't want to look like an idiot in front of my friend Hunter, and we had to turn back and land. We didn't declare an emergency or anything, but we just turned back and land, full stop, shut the door, taxi back, take off again. And then I made a video about it, and then her dad saw it because her dad loves watching Captain Ethan videos, and then she was not allowed to fly with me anymore after that, even though it was her fault, and we were basically doing the right thing because we tried troubleshooting it in the air, and you know what? It's better to do it on the ground than in the air. So I would rather spend the 10 minutes getting back on the ground and shut the door and be safe than trying to mess with it in the air and cause a bunch of distraction, because you learn this phrase in aviation: aviate, navigate, communicate. You learn that. So that's what we were doing. We tried fixing it in the plane. We were following the POH procedure, and it didn't work. So it was the safer option to land anyway. So I think it's bullshit. And listen, guys, really quickly. Screw the damn list. I think it's bullshit that she was not allowed to fly with me after that, because I did the right thing and landed the plane and did it on the ground where it's safer to do it instead of in the air. I think that's bullshit. I made the right call with that, and I know you guys are gonna comment something down below. I made the right decision landing the plane. And if you guys ever have an in-flight struggle and you're near an airport and it takes you, and it's a better idea to do it on the ground than in the plane, land the damn airplane and do it on the ground, because you don't want to do it in the air, accidentally mess something up, and accidentally kill yourself doing it. I know since that date, there has been at least 5 different plane crashes. Half of them were fatal just because the door opened on takeoff. So if it's safer to do something on the ground, do it on the ground and then go back up in the air. Literally, just like we were still inside of the Delta. Just turn back, land, fix it, and then take off again. Safer to do on the ground than in the air. Rant over. Next one. Complete electrical failure at night. Okay, so we go from door opening on takeoff to this one. Electrical failure at night. I mean, that's equivalent to alternator failure and daytime VMC. So I guess, I mean, I guess this could get interesting as well. We're kind of trained on electrical failures. Not really, though. There needs to be more training on electrical failures. Even though they don't happen that much, we need more training on those. Next up on the list, radio failure in IMC. I don't know why I said brake failure. I guess that's because, well, I'm not going to spoil it. Radio failure in IMC. I would probably be sweating a little just because I've never actually had my radios fail, both in IMC and in VMC. So I would probably be I'd definitely be sweating. I'd be like, fuck, I don't know what to do. HT's probably calling me. I'm going to get a phone number to call. I'm going to have to get all this done. It would not be fun, personally. I would be sweating. And the next one, brake failure after landing. I like how I started over my words so many times. I do it, it's such a problem. This is why I have a struggle making YouTube videos and also YouTube Shorts, because I stumble over my words and I say the wrong things. when I shouldn't. I don't know. It's just something about me. I try to help it, but I don't know. It's just hard because my brain runs faster than my mouth. Brake failure after landing. This depends on the airport that I'm landing at, because if I have the runway length, then I'm good. But at Wooded, you don't really have a long runway. I mean, the runway is less than a mile long, whereas majority of every runway that you will land at is going to be around the mile, so like around 5,000 feet long. But I guess this one could go into, this could get interesting, but it also depends, because if it's like a total brake, no, you know what? I'm going to go with total brake failure. I've had minor brake failure. We're going to go with total brake failure for this one. This would definitely be, I'm definitely sweating, because if I totally lose my brakes, there's no slowing down on the wheel. It's all aerodynamic braking, and it's like a downward curve with aerodynamic braking, because eventually there just won't be enough friction, or like skin friction on the plane, or enough drag on the plane as well to slow down the plane. So you're just going to be rolling, and depending on the airplane that you're going to be in, like if you're in a diamond, you have a brake failure, you can't even turn the plane, because you have to use the brakes to turn, because the nose wheel's free castering. But that's it with the list. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want me to make more videos like this, comment this down below, because I mean, this was kind of fun to do. And I guess we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Also, I hope none of these happen to you, because one of these actually happened to me. Actually, two of them technically. I had lost my brakes before, and I've had the door open after takeoff. But again, if it's safer to do something on the ground, do it on the ground instead of in the air.